Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be working on this full face of makeup using my luxury favorite products. If you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, good morning. It is really early in the morning. I'm getting my week started and also my day. I have some Zoom meetings scheduled. I have some work to do in the evening, maybe a bike ride or some editing, but I wanted to do a full face of my luxury favorite makeup. In addition to that, this is a collaboration with a good friend of mine here on YouTube. Her name is Foteini Armstrong. She's on YouTube. She is lovely. She loves all things luxury beauty, and she's just such a sweet spirit. She's very calm. She loves luxury makeup. She just appreciates the aesthetics of it, and you can really see her passion for it in her videos. If you're here from her channel, thank you so much. I welcome you to my channel, and if you like what you see, definitely consider subscribing. And for all of my current subscribers or viewers, please make sure and go visit her on her channel, give her a like, subscribe to her channel, and let her know that you're there from mine. Thank you so much for collaborating with me, Foteini. I'm so happy to be doing this with you. You inspire me in more ways than you know. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. During the video, if you like what you see, give me a like and make sure and consider subscribing. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so it is very early in the morning. I usually start my days really early. Whether or not I do my makeup, I'm still up very early in the morning. I work with a national firm, so I have clients all over the country. And today I have some Zoom client calls scheduled, definitely some work. It's also the beginning of the week, but I thought I would get up just a little bit earlier because the kids don't have school today, so I thought I'd take advantage of the quiet time. My favorite primer, and I've talked about this just a little bit at the moment, is the YSL Touche Clat Blur Primer. I love this primer. Honestly, it's like an everyday primer for me at the moment. It's just so pore blurring, and I really like the way that it does have that silicone feel a little bit, which I actually like. And it like I said, it's very pore blurring. While we are waiting on that, I will go ahead and prime my eyelids. I like the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I think that it works really well in making sure that my eyeshadow stays put throughout the day. I like to pat, not pull, because I am 39. My eyelids are getting a little bit thinner, maybe a little crepey, so I like to be very delicate around the eye area. It takes just a second longer, but it's so much better on your eyelids. Next, as I'm waiting for both primers to settle in, I like to start working on my eyebrows. The eyebrow pencil that I've been obsessed with for quite some time now is this Diorshow Brow Styler. And it's really interesting actually. So we have a spoolie here on the end of the pencil, and then the pencil comes up here and you just twist up. I think what's so interesting is that this pencil doesn't come with a top, and so initially my friend and I were like, that's so weird. Is it going to dry out on us? Is it going to get flaky or just dried out? But it doesn't. You just screw it all the way back down, and it has worked perfectly for the entire time that I've had it. I feel like, you know, if I'm being honest, I've had it for like a month, and I feel like it runs out pretty quickly, but it is an everyday staple for me, and I really like the way that my brows look when I use this. Okay, so primer's done, brows are done. Now we're gonna go ahead and go in with my foundation for the day. On a normal day, I don't really wear anything too thick or too heavy of a coverage, especially if it's Zoom calls or anything where the camera will be really close to me. So what I have been actually loving is the Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. It's kind of a crazy different type of formula. It comes with a little brush in the box, and It's exactly as it says. It feels very, very moisturizing. It feels very liquidy of a consistency, but it comes with these micro pearls that are in the foundation, and they sort of, as you pump it out, they sort of burst, and that's where the tint comes from. So it's not very heavy coverage. It's just a tint that will correct a little bit of the redness, maybe just even out the skin tone a little bit. But for me, I don't really have too much to correct or to hide, so it works really nice for me. I've really been loving it. And I want to just say a side note here, during the summer, I also use this as a primer under my foundation on the days that I did want to have a little bit of more full coverage, and it worked beautiful as a primer as well. So just a side note for all my full coverage queens out there. So basically you just pump it out, and as you can see there, I don't want it to just go away, but it's very liquidy, and it has like these micro pearls, like I said. And what you do is you take the brush that's included in the foundation, and you just start to kind of work it in and then burst the micro pearls of product. I would say that initially when I had first tried this, I honestly didn't see the point of it. I was like, this looks like nothing, like, you know, which is why I used it as a primer initially. But the more that I use it, the more that I love the tint. It won't like last 12-15 hours, but it will give you a good 8 hours of wear. And again, it's just meant to be a very light tint on your skin and just make it even. There's a lot of people that like to just, on days where they don't require a lot of coverage, they like to just go in with, you know, a little bit of spot concealing with concealer, and, you know, just some powder or some SPF. And I think that, you know, this is the equivalent of that, but I really am enjoying it. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done. I did do a couple layers. That's how I like to use it. I like to just put on a couple layers. Honestly, you need a lot, so you need at least, I would say, 2 pumps for each side of the face. But you know, I just like it. Like, I like the tint that it gives my face. If you can see there, it looks so skin-like. It looks so beautiful, and I really enjoy it. I have tried it with other brushes because this little brush is not really my fave, but I will say that this is the one that I find works the best with these micro pearls. So it was really designed to work well with the product. So yeah, so if you can see, just beautiful, beautiful tint. I love it. It just makes your skin look like skin, but just even toned, you know? Anyway, next we are going to go ahead and go in with my Holy Grail concealer, which is the Dior Forever Skin Correct. I'm in the shade 2N. And like I said, I just got this, you know, a few months ago, like at the beginning of the year. And I'm already halfway through, which in the world of makeup doesn't happen for me because I have so much makeup. But this is my daily go-to concealer. It's so good. I would say it's like a medium coverage, but it just makes your skin look like skin. It looks beautiful. I'm going to take this Sephora magnetic concealer brush. It's just called a concealer brush. It was part of the magnetic collection from last year. And I'm going to use a little trick that I learned from Lisa J. And you just take your setting powder and you just spray your brush a little bit. And then you go in and then you pack in the product. And it just helps it look more like skin and instantly meld with the skin. So I really love that. I saw it last week, I think. And I've been using that technique ever since. But, actually, I will go ahead and link her video here so that you guys can check that out. I thought it was such a good little hack. And there you go. Concealer looks great. I will go ahead and set it in just a little bit with a light powder, but it will not crease or move all day long. I really, really love this tip that she uses. It's a little more in depth, so that's why I'm going to link her video, but it's really, really good. Next, I will take my Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder with my medium Wayne Goss brush, and I like to just very lightly set. Just the areas where I placed down the concealer. I really, really like this under eye setting powder. It's so good. And I just recently saw it on somebody's video and they said, oh, it's nothing special. And what I said was like, just wait, use it every day for 2 weeks. And it's almost like your skin adapts to it and then really, really takes it in and it makes it look so beautiful under the eyes. That's what happened to me. And now she's telling me the same thing. Now that she's been using it, she really does like it. So it really is a great under eye concealer. Look, or under eye powder. It looks so light under the eyes, but it helps so that it sets everything, doesn't crease, nothing like that. Next, I'm going to take my Wayne Goss large brush and I'm gonna go in with my, of course, Gucci powder in the shade 3. This is just such a beautiful powder. I love it, everybody loves it. I mean, look at the packaging is just beautiful. And then the product as a whole just works so nicely. And I like to use it with my Wayne Goss large brush because it's so soft, as you can see there, and it just kind of splays. So the tan color is a little bit of a reddish undertone and sometimes can be a little too dark if I go in heavy-handed. This brush makes it so that I don't look heavy-handed with the product. It helps it just splay out and just distribute and diffuse the product really nicely. But it gives the skin such a beautiful, beautiful color. You can see there. I like to pinch it for my nose. And I just very lightly go down my nose, just to add a little bit of a shadow and some warmth. There we go. Pretty. Next, we're going to go in with one of my very recent favorite finds, which was actually a recommendation by one of my friends here on YouTube, and it's the Westman Atelier Blush Stick. This is in the shade Petal, but I just can't get enough of it. It's so pretty. It gives the skin almost like a glass-like look, which I've never experienced with a powder. I think it is just gorgeous. And I can't wait to try more from the brand. I usually just use it with my fingers, just distribute slowly like this. But it's just gorgeous, gorgeous. It's very long lasting. It stays on all day, doesn't budge. What I like about the product is that it doesn't like move the foundation underneath. I've used it with a brush and with my fingers, and it is just, in my opinion, perfect. I might top it with a powder blush, I'm not sure yet, but even just like this, perfect little glow. Do you see that? It is just gorgeous, gorgeous. If you like Westman Atelier, make sure and leave your favorite products down below because I do want to try more of this brand. I just think it's such a beautiful brand. Next, I'm going to go in with highlighter. The highlighter that I'll be using is one of my favorites, and it's this Hourglass Metallic Strobe highlighter palette. And my friend recommended this to me and I love it. And I just kind of go back and forth between all the highlights. And with a very focused brush, this is a Rephr number 16. I like to just kind of go through all of them and then just slowly apply. You guys see how pretty that is? So pretty. And again, all three colors are really nice. There's no, I mean, I don't go into one specifically. I just kind of run my brush back and forth. Look at that. So pretty. I think it makes the skin look so healthy and pretty. You guys see that? So beautiful. Okay, next I'm going to set the face because we're going to move on to the eyes. And what I like to use is this Hourglass Dim Light Powder. This is, again, is in the shade, it's an ambient lighting powder, but it's the shade Dim Light. And I do have this in my Hourglass palette, but I've put a significant dent in this one, so I just thought I would use this up. I mean, it will be a while before I use it up, let's be honest. But it's such a beautiful finishing powder. I feel like it just makes everything melt in together, make it look nice and airbrushed. It is just beautiful. Another one that I absolutely love for this is the Chantecaille blurring powder. That one's really pretty for this, but that one's a little newer to me, but I do love it. I do like it. I'm just trying to use this one up. Really, really just skin-like, but like perfected skin. I just love it so much. And the brush that I used was my Sonia G Face Pro brush. Okay, I have a couple of eyeshadow quads, actually. They're both quads that I really, really love, that I don't know if I've ever used these on camera. Very different color story, so let me show you. I have my Tom Ford, and this one's in the Seductive Rose. And it's such a light, pretty color for like every day. It gives like a light wash of purple or pink, and it's just so pretty for a very subdued eye look. And then my other favorite is, of course, going to have a little bit of green. And so I really, really love this Chanel Blurry Green. It is just so pretty, and I think so perfect for fall. So I love this, and I think for today we're gonna go ahead and use the Seductive Rose. I haven't used it in a while, and I absolutely love the color that you can come up with. So we'll go ahead and use that. Now, one thing to note about Tom Ford shadows is that there are two different formulas. There's the wet dry formula, and then there's the dry formula. These are all in the dry formula, and the way that you can tell the difference is because inside of the pan there will be a TF etched into the pan, and that tells you that it is a wet dry formula. These are all dry, but I still really, really love the way that they look. They blend seamlessly, and it's just such a pretty, feminine, everyday look. I'm going to take my Sonia G flat definer into this lighter shade here, and I'll just go into the brow bone. I'm going to take this lilac color here with my finger. It's more of a topper shade, and actually I should have told you that. These two shades here, the pink and the lilac that you see, these are both topper shades, which again is why I love just the light wash that you get over the eyes. And then this is a matte shade. This is more of a shimmer shade. So I will take this lilac color here and just with my finger go into the pan. Do you see that light wash? I know that you can it's very, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's such a beautiful like lilac shimmer. And then I'm going to take a refer number 13, and I will be going into this purple here. And I'm going to just darken up the outer V, but very, very lightly. Again, the look today is very, very subtle, very subdued. Just an everyday wash. See that there? So pretty. And that's all I'm gonna do. I just want a very light wash. I'm going to take my Sonia G flat definer and also go into the purple and go on the lower lash line here. Connect these two. Wiped it off. Now I'm gonna use it in the white shimmer shade here for the inner corner highlight. And there you go. Such a beautiful, beautiful everyday look. Love it. Next, we're going to just do a very small, tiny wing. And my favorite liquid eyeliner for that, which is also very new, but I love it, I'm so obsessed with it, is the Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen. Now, I really, really love this liquid eyeliner because you get a felt tip pen here on this side, and you get a brush here on this side. And I typically, because of the shape of my eyes and how hooded they are and whatnot, like I like the brush side better, but when I'm going in to do detail correcting or anything like that, the felt tip is absolutely amazing for it. It's a good size, you guys. It's pretty large, very hefty, very sturdy, very Very, very luxe feeling, and I just love the formula. Once you put on this eyeliner, it does not move. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't smear, it doesn't like break up or anything like that. I love it. There you go. You see how pretty that is? That's just pretty. Such a nice, sleek line. I love it. Highly recommend. Okay, so there is the eyeliner done there. For mascara, a combination that I really can't stop using lately is my Chantecaille Longest Lash Mascara, and I go in this with 1 or 2 coats first, and then to give it a little more volume, this gives it length and conditioning, but to give it more volume and just a thicker look, I go in with my Dark Star Mascara. I also just picked up a new eyelash curler, which I really love. This is the ShiSeido eyelash curler. I think it's really, really good. It only takes 1 or 2 tries to get a perfect curl, and I really love that. So we're gonna go in with my Chantecaille mascara first. I just wanted to show you what my lashes look like with just the Chantecaille Longest Lash Mascara. So it's lengthening, but the formula is not super thick or anything like that. I like a little more volume and oomph to my lashes. So I, like I said, like to go in with my Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara to give it that oomph. So there you can see the difference from one eye to the next and just how it gave it a lot of volume. Definitely makes them more standout lashes in my opinion, but I love that. I do love the Chantecaille initially though, because like I said, I've seen tremendous difference in the length of my lashes as well as just the strength of them. They're not breaking off, they're not falling off every time I remove my makeup, and so I really love the formula in that. But to add a little extra volume and oomph, I definitely love the Dark Star Mascara by Pat McGrath. Okay, so now moving on to lips. My favorite everyday go-to combination right now is the Chanel Nude Brun Lip Pencil. This pencil is amazing. It stays put. It doesn't budge anywhere. I mean, I can wear it for 6 hours and it'll stay in place. If the lipstick's long wearing, it will also stay in place. If not, I'll have to reapply just a tad of the lipstick. But this color is just perfect for me and I just love it. In order to get a long wear out of my lipstick, I do fill in the entire lip with the lip pencil first. Since it's not an overpowering color, it's fine. So that's the color there. I mean, even with just some lip gloss, I think it would be really nice. Right now, I'm loving the Wayne Goss lip products. And so I'm gonna go in with the lipstick in shade Amaryllis. I just picked this one up when I picked up his blush duos. It's just such a beautiful, like, peachy shade. Over the brown lip liner, I just think it looks so gorgeous. Really pretty. And then I always top it with his lip gloss, and this one is in the shade Hyacinth, which is also like a very peachy nude gloss. And I normally just do gloss down the middle. I feel like it makes my lips look plumper, juicier, more youthful appearing. And then I also, eventually as you're moving your lips, doing this, the lip gloss does distribute throughout the lips, so it's fine. The lip gloss is a little sticky and thick, but in a good way, like not too sticky, but enough to where it will stay put for quite a while. And I just love this overall look. Look at this look, it's beautiful. Let's take our clips out and just kind of fluff our hair up. There's the final look. The skin looks healthy, clean, glowy. I don't have a ton of makeup like on. The coverage is very light and beautiful. Okay, so here we go. This is an overall full face of my luxury makeup favorites, but this isn't easy, everyday go-to look. I love the way that the complexion looks every time I use my Chanel Le Beige Fresh Tint. I think it's the perfect amount of coverage. If you're not really going anywhere, but still want to look put together, maybe for errands, I just think it's perfect, especially now as we get into the winter months and the seasons are changing. My skin tends to get a little drier, and so this is the perfect level of hydration and light coverage for every day. I think that in general, the Tom Ford eyeshadows are just beautiful. They're one of my most favorite formulas, the wet dry as well as just the dry. And again, such a beautiful, subtle look on the eyes. But yeah, I mean, overall, these are all my luxury beauty favorites and the ones that I tend to gravitate more towards on a day-to-day basis. So let's finish off the look with my luxury favorite setting spray, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And I like to drench myself in it. I love the smell. I love the scent, but it's just so refreshing. And then I always just kind of fan it out. And there you go. I think it looks gorgeous. I think we look fresh, clean, ready for our day. But yeah, let me know what your luxury beauty favorites are in the comments below. Again, if you have tried more of the Westman Atelier products, please comment those down below because I do want to try a little bit more from the brand. It is a pricier brand, so I want to be very strategic and focused about the products that I'm slowly adding to my collection. But thank you so much for joining me. Again, please go ahead and go visit my friend Foteini. Let her know I said hello. Go and subscribe to her. If you're here from her channel, welcome. Thank you so much for watching my video. I welcome you to subscribe if you like what you see. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.